Okay, yeah. So, my name is Nina, and, I just got my teeth cleaned at the dentist, but, sorry in advance for the poor video quality. I just have bad lighting in this room. So, I'm 31 years old, and I am a lesbian. And, I have an interesting coming out story. I don't even know when it is that I came out, because I feel like I've always sort of been out, at least to myself. I mean, I've always known that I was different. When I was 4 years old, I told my mother that God made a mistake and I should have been born a boy. And I don't feel that way now. I'm not trans or anything. I didn't understand. I couldn't really figure out the feelings that I was having then, even at 4 years old, having crushes on girls and whatnot. And that obviously continued. And I had a very serious crush on Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss when I was 8 years old. And I even had crushes on, like, female cartoon characters. It was really quite amazing. I dressed like a boy. I acted like a boy. I didn't feel comfortable being feminine. I mean, I knew I was a girl. Sometimes I wished I was a boy because I thought my life would just be easier that way. And I didn't really want to hang out with the girls, but I had crushes on all of them. I wanted to, like, be cute and romantic, even when I was, like, a kid. I don't know what the hell that was about. And those feelings just continued, and blah, blah, blah. And then in middle school, I got the crap kicked out of me a lot, because I was fatter than I am now. And this is not cool. I dressed like shit, and, I acted like a boy, and I don't know, it was just bad. And so the popular girl hated me, and the boy hated me, and I was just hated just because that's what middle school kids do. They're cruel. And, I didn't, date anybody. I was not, advanced in that respect. I didn't date anybody, boy or girl, really. And, here comes my child with the cat. And so then in high school, I lost weight, and I went to an all-girls Catholic high school, and I wore the uniform and everything, and I rolled my skirt, and I did the whole spiel. And I tried to fit in, and I befriended a couple girls who tried to help me become more feminine, and it was so awkward. Oh my god, it was painful. It was painful to watch, seriously. And then I met a girl, in my chemistry class named Sylvia, who passed notes to me, and we would make fun of the teacher. She was very funny, and she was very unique, and I was smitten from day one with her. And she was smitten with me too, and I don't know, later on, it's a long history with her, but anyway, I don't know if she's like bisexual or just had a thing for me. She's not gay or lesbian or anything like that. But anyway, I had a thing for Sylvia pretty much until like 2 minutes ago. Not literally 2 minutes ago, but even throughout my marriage to a man, I still had... Daniela, can you please stop with the freaking cat? This is what happens when you marry men. You get home. I mean, you can leave. Just leave the cat alone. You can't even have a coming out story. So,
Okay! No, don't. I love you, Mom!
Needless to say... So my first experience at all, kissing and otherwise, was with a girl. Before even with a guy. And then it became like, everybody in my school found out about it. Daniela, can I do this video in peace? Just 5 more minutes and then we'll do something else. Get out. And stop showing me your coolie. Get out. So, and after the whole thing with Sylvia blew up, I tried really hard to date boys and whatnot, and I dated some boys, and I was not physically attracted to any of them, but some of them were cool and nice, whatever, we got along. And then I met my future husband when I was 17 years old. I didn't get married when I was 17, but I met him when I was 17, and I fell in love with him, not gonna lie. I didn't look at him and say, I want to fuck you. I never said that about any male, boy thing. Never. I never looked at a guy. I could look at a guy, and say, hey, he's good looking, he's attractive, you know what I mean? But I don't have that desire to rip their clothes off and, like, physically fuck them. I just don't have that there. So, but with girls, I definitely have that. Yeah, I'm like a... yeah. So, but I married him because he loved me, and I loved him, and we got along, and blah, 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 and we had, you know, a decent relationship for most of the time, and sometimes it was bad, but, you know, that happens in any relationship. And I suppressed a lot of those feelings that I had for girls. I mean, I was still attracted to them physically, but I thought to myself, hey, you're always going to be attracted to other people, whether it's male or female, in a relationship. You're committed, you're in a committed relationship, so you can acknowledge the fact that you're attracted, but you just don't do anything about it. But then when my marriage started to get really, really bad, probably after Daniela was born, excuse me, sorry, I just went to the dentist, like I said, and that's about 6 years ago, and it progressively got worse after that, and then I had a miscarriage after that as well, and I was just, you know, after I had Daniela, I had postpartum depression. It's a lot of things just piled on top of each other. He didn't understand. He was a workaholic. And, I mean, I'm not going to badmouth him. He's a great person, and he's still one of my best friends, and obviously the father of my child. And it has been a long road getting to this point where we're at now, where we can actually be civil, and he loves me. Like, he actually still wants to be married to me, which is, I don't even understand that theory. He has a lot of religious point of views with that as well, but that's I guess, for another video entirely. But now, as it stands, I am here. I am standing. I am 31 years old, and I am not with a man, and I have been with women, and I have been in love with a woman, and I'm pretty sure I'm falling in love with a woman right now, but, you know, standing up to my family and telling them all this information and really essentially ruining my little family unit and ending my marriage of over a decade was a very hard thing to do. There was a lot of guilt. Am I doing the right thing? Should I just fucking suck it up? You know, I mean, it was tough. But here I am. And if I can do it, you know, you can do it. You know, and the younger you are, if you're sure, then fucking say it, and don't be afraid, because don't be like me, you know. I don't want to say that I regret anything, or that I wasted any time. I can't, because you learn from every experience and have a beautiful kid to show for it, but, you know, a lot of things could have been easier on everyone. The world is changing, and it's easier, and I know it's cliche, but there is a fucking website about it, so, you know, it does get better, and there are people who support you, and will help you, and love you, and embrace you, and not make you feel like a piece of shit, and help you walk through all of the steps and all the things that you go through, you know, during this journey of coming out. I being one of them. And I know that, I mean, I certainly have no problem talking to younger people and teenagers and whatnot, but I get a lot of emails and messages, especially on Tumblr, from women who are, you know, their early 20s to early 30s, who are in similar positions as myself or have been in, and they just, you know, they want to know what it's like, and they want to feel like they're not the only ones, that they're not alone, and I'm telling you that you're not alone. There's so many. There's just so many, and some people think, oh, you know what, I know I'm a lesbian, but I'm not going to leave this marriage, because I do love my husband, and I have children, and it's this, you just beat yourself up about it, and it's just a constant, it's intense. It's way more, if you think it's hard as a teenager to deal with this shit, and I'm not taking away from what teenagers go through, I can appreciate everybody's battle, but if you're a teenager and you're watching this and you think it's difficult to come out now, then don't wait, because shit gets real, and not only does it wind up hurting you, but you hurt everyone else too, and it's unnecessary. It's totally unnecessary. It's something that can be done, and you can deal with it. And like I said, there are people out there to support you. So anyway, this is not a very funny or amusing video. I guess it was supposed to be more, you know, inspirational or whatever. Not that I'm inspirational. I'm really not anything special on any level whatsoever. But it's been 10 minutes and I don't even know if this whole video is going to upload to YouTube. So thank you for listening and watching. And I will talk to you soon with the next topic.